voice said. "Damn it, what do you want?" "If you're going to use profanity," the voice said, "I won't talk to you at all." There was a small click on the line. Meyer looked at the dead phone in his hand, sighed, and hung up. If you happen to be a cop, there are some people you don't need. The deaf man was one of those people. They had not needed him the first time he'd put in an appearance, wreaking havoc across half the city in an aborted attempt to rob a bank. They had not needed him the next time either, when he had killed the parks commissioner, the deputy mayor, and a handful of others in an elaborate extortion scheme that had miraculously backfired. They did not need him now. Whatever the hell he was up to, they definitely did not need him. "Who needs him?" Detective Lieutenant Peter Burns asked. "Right now, I don't need him. Are you sure it was him?" "It sounded like him." "I don't need him when I got a cat burglar," Burns said. He rose from his desk and walked to the open windows. In the park across the street, lovers were idly strolling. Young mothers were pushing baby buggies, little girls were skipping rope, and a patrolman chatted with a man walking his dog. "I don't need him," Burns said again and sighed. He turned from the window abruptly. He was a compact man, with hair more white than gray, broad-shouldered, squat, with rough-hewn features and flinty blue eyes. He gave an impression of controlled power, as though a violence within had been tempered, honed, and later protectively sheathed. He grinned suddenly, surprising Meyer. "If he calls again," Burns said, "tell him we're out." "Very funny," Meyer said. "Anyway, we don't even know it's him yet." "I think it was him," Meyer said. "Well, let's see if he calls again." "If it's him," Meyer said with certainty, "he'll call again." "Meanwhile, what about this goddamn burglar?" Burns said. "He's gonna walk off with every building on Richardson if we don't get him soon." "Kling's over there now," Meyer said. "As soon as he gets back, I want a report," Burns said. "What do I do about the deaf man?" Burns shrugged. "Listen to him. Find out what he wants." He grinned again, surprising Meyer yet another time. "Maybe he wants to turn himself in." "Yeah," Meyer said. Richardson Drive was a side street behind Silvermine Oval. There were 16 large apartment buildings on that street, and a dozen of them had been visited by the cat burglar during the past 2 months. According to police mythology, burglars are the cream of the criminal crop. Skilled professionals, they are capable of breaking and entering in a wink and without a whisper, making on-the-spot appraisals of appliances or jewelry, ripping off an entire apartment with speed and dexterity, and then vanishing soundlessly into the night. According to further lore, they are gentlemen, one and all, rarely moved to violence unless cornered or otherwise provoked. To hear the police talk about burglars, except junkie burglars who are usually desperate amateurs, one would guess that the job required rigorous training, intense dedication, enormous self-discipline, and extraordinary courage. Not for nothing had the phrase, "the guts of a burglar," entered everyday language directly from police lexicon. This grudging respect, this tip of the investigatory hat, was completely in evidence that afternoon of April 15th, when Detective Bert Kling talked to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Angieri in their apartment at 638 Richardson Drive. "Clean as a whistle," he said, and raised his eyebrows in admiration. He was referring to the fact that there were no chisel marks on any of the windows, no lock cylinders punched out, no evidence of any fancy glass cutter or crowbar work. "Did you lock all the doors and windows when you went